Welcome back to the Backyard Professor Chess videos. Last weekend we had a chess tournament in the Backyard Professor Fan Chess Club on Chess, and I did great. I showed up. I promptly got trounced by several players. Man, you guys are good at speed chess. I am so lousy. It was a lot of fun though. Congratulations to those who won. I think Odoker won this last one. Or, oh, now I'm going to make someone mad. I think Odoker took second. And I can't, it's been a long time since I've looked at the results. It's been over a week. So anyway, someone won it, and congratulations. Boy, that's not very helpful, is it? My fans are going to say, "Oh, you idiot, you don't even know us. You don't even remember us and our stellar chess greatness." Yeah, stay calm. There's no place for ego in chess because you always get trounced by someone, so, you know. And I get trounced by everyone. Although I did have one real good game. Lamontry, I believe I took him to the cleaners, but that was pure luck. I guarantee it. Okay, I've got a guy who's been asking me now. I believe he's from India. If you're not from India, Yusuf, I apologize. I'm not trying to insult you. Yusuf Noori has asked me several times to show one of his games where he beat a 1600 rated player. Now, I'm doing the Jeremy Silman type thing where instead of just showing all the great games of just all the great players and how fantastic they are, because we already know them, we all are trying to improve our chess, and for a basic beginner player to beat a 1600 rated player is really bragging rights. It's really fun, and Yusuf does play a great game here, and I want to show this. This has a lot of cool stuff. Now, I can't show everybody's. I know I've had other requests before, and I apologize if I haven't gotten your name on my videos. I do want to stick mostly to the Grandmaster games because they show the techniques that help us improve our chess. But every now and then, when I can, I will try to show others' games also. And mine suck. Mine aren't worth looking at. Although that's not true, I know. But I will get showing mine every now and then. I'm definitely needing to improve, I'll tell you what. Although I have come up from when I first got online, seriously, I think I was only rated 1,000, and now I'm like at 1640 or something like that. It's always provisional. And of course, the ratings on Chess online are always overinflated, so you can't go by them. You know, so 1600 realistically, I'm at about 600 right now, so it's all fun and games. It is all fun and games. It's the game of chess. Anyway, shut up and show us the game, dude. Yeah. This is good. Now look at this stellar opening. Pure symmetry. Yeah, baby. These guys that love particle physics, right? No, let's keep watching, because Yusuf here does a really nice little opening here. And he plays a really excellent little game. I was impressed, but then I'm easily impressed because I'm so lousy at it. It's fun to see someone good playing good. Noori took the deep pawn. Now he's going to instantly hit the center here. And of course that's not a problem for the 1600 rated player. You notice how he's got the double pawns here, the D and C. Now, from the white point of view, of course, this gains space, so this is a bonus. And from black's point of view, these are targets. That's how you would, in your respective position, that's how you would want to look at these. And so Yusuf immediately hits the target. Yeah, right up the center. Yeah, that's good chess there. And, of course, C will take the D pawn, and E will take the D pawn. And we have a screaming game going here. White does not neglect his development in favor of too many pawn moves. He didn't build up a gigantic pawn center. Sometimes, they say it's a general rule. Again, not too many pawn moves in the opening, but there are some openings where White will throw up 4 pawns and then defend that large pawn center. There are legitimate openings that do that. So, there's exceptions to every rule. White is not neglecting his development, and neither is Yusuf. Again, another, and I will say this because of some people I've been playing online with. I've noticed a trend with some people who for whatever reason, they don't bring out their knights soon enough in the opening. If you can, try to get your knights out. Your minor pieces first in the opening, generally, but knights before bishops. I know there are always openings, the gioco piano, that puts the bishops out before the knights. But as a general rule, so these guys are doing this way, and there's nothing wrong with this. And now, of course, they'll both castle. Yeah, castling early is really important. I've been talking to a guy and playing a new online friend of mine from the club. I've been playing him and talking things through with him a little bit. And we played a game where he did not castle early enough. And I told him while I was playing him, I said, okay, now this is the signal to me, in my opinion, you should have prepared to castle. He moved a piece, I believe, 3 different times. And I said, so what that tells me is you're not going to castle, and what that tells me is I'm going to blow open the center and come and get your king, and I promptly did that. So it was a great lesson. Jonathan Karsten, I believe, Karsten. Anyway, Jonathan, hi, how you doing? Here's a shout out to you. He's learning to castle early now, for sure. We're having some great games. It's a lot of fun to play online chess with you guys. A3, he's going to stop the bishop and the knight on wings ideas, and so Yusuf will put his knight to the F5 and knight E2, and now Queen B6. A double whammy. True, what this is going to do, essentially, what this wing movement by the queen on the B aisle is, it'll keep this bishop in place. Or else it'll move this rook over to protect the B pawn. But it's also a double touch on the D4 and the B2. So that's a very useful queen move. Knight comes back over to C3. And now rook to D8. He's going to get to the center. And now knight E5. Nice post. Now it's not a permanent post, but he's going to try to get some combinations coming. What White appears to me to be doing is trying to create weaknesses in Yusuf's position, which is always a good thing. So let's see if he can pull it off. But Yusuf takes the pawn. Now he gets a pawn. It's true the queens are challenged, and he will exchange the queen, but that little tactic there got Yusuf a central pawn, not just any pawn, but a central pawn. And so Yusuf is up a pawn, and he maintains a center pawn. That's good chess. I would like to begin to play like this kiddo. He is doing good. Very interesting. And now, he's going to start trying to weaken the king side of Yusuf. I'm not quite sure that a one-piece it would have been more effective, I think, had he had a few more pieces into this. I get what he's trying to do is create weaknesses around Yusuf's king. There is an open file that can potentially get a rook on there and get down into the king, and he's got a great diagonal on the bishop here. But I don't think that was the one-piece attack like that. It was basically a sacrifice, but in a way it was just a giveaway. So the 1600, in my opinion, didn't quite do this right. Now he did get Yusuf's central pawn with tempo check. However, let's see what happens. Yusuf dodges down, and now he is getting his other... Now notice the open board, and these bishops are going to start acting like scissors. They are going to just slash everything. On an open board, that is, pawns are not locked together in the center. The bishops reign supreme, and look how fast and powerful White's bishops become. This is a great illustration of which minor pieces to use when the board is open. Bishops all the way. And it's true, they've got knights, but Yusuf also has bishops. Remember, White has sacrificed a knight to try to open up Yusuf's king. So in that regard, because the board is open, you must play aggressive chess. This is attack mode, right? And we see White beginning to do that. So he's got that part of it right. The question is he carrying out the attack correctly? That's the issue. Yusuf takes the bishop, and notice he takes the bishop with the rook, and the knight will take the rook. So Yusuf went down the exchange. Now here's an important lesson. So many times, and I'm talking to myself here, we are so material-minded that to lose the exchange is very difficult to do, right? Yusuf lost a rook. Would I have dared to take the bishop with the rook? Well, because I study Jeremy Silman, at this point, yes, I would have, truly. At one point, I probably would have been, no, I've got to keep my rooks. Not in a situation where there's nothing blocking the bishops. Nothing at all. And White has not left his bishops unused. He got them out here, and they're active, and they're crisscrossing, and they're going to be doing fabulous tactics once he starts getting his rooks into play. Rooks and bishops on an open board is just deadly. In order to stop that, Yusuf is one piece ahead, remember. White lost his knight trying to weaken his king side. So Yusuf can afford to do an exchange. Lose the exchange, but now it weakens White's attacking ability because Yusuf has both knights and both bishops and an open board. So Yusuf's bishops have a lot of say. White lost the advantage here because he no longer has the bishop pair. If Yusuf does this right and gets his bishops into this game, he'll do fine. Notice as well, Yusuf's knights are active. Yes, that knight is as powerful as the bishop. Don't kid yourself. It's on the 5th rank in white territory. Yeah, it's not posted with a pawn, but it's covered by the knight. That knight is as powerful as the bishop. So Yusuf's doing good. Yes, he went down the exchange. I'm making a big deal about this because that is such a hang-up sometimes with some of us when we say, I don't want to lose a rook for a bishop. In a lot of instances, you wouldn't want to. That's true. With the context of this board, Yusuf did that right. Here you do want to. You're better doing it this way, and let's see why. Now, and again, what did I tell you? The knight is as strong as the bishop, and he's going to prove it. Check. What a knight fork. So, he went down the exchange. Because his development is good, his knights are active. His knights are really active. Now he can get his piece back. So he's down the exchange, but so what? He's going to go up material. Isn't that interesting? Because he is playing active also. Very good play, Yusuf. Very, very good indeed. King G2, and now he's got the bishop. So, in an open board, now it's serious. White is definitely losing because in an open board like this, having the bishop pair, you can't lose. Well, I can, and I do. But good players, Yusuf's got this. It's Yusuf's game. White can't win at this point. I predict. Now, before you go off and say I'm being prophetic, remember I've played through this game several times, so I already know the outcome. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Okay. So now it gets it. And so he's going to, I mean, he's got his knight out, but you know what? No. That's just playing for tricks. It's obvious Yusuf's going to see that. Did White think that Yusuf is just going to leave his rook there? Criminy, no. No. Far better to get your rooks out here. Those files are screaming for rooks, aren't they? I mean, what does this do? Absolutely nothing. Get your cotton-picking rooks in the game. So, the 1600 player, my recommendation to you, I'm not trying to offend you, good boy. I'm really not. But if you ever see this video, I promise you will want to start reading Jeremy Silman, because a one-piece attack is worthless, especially on an open board with a man who has both bishops. That doesn't work. And Yusuf will show us. Yusuf will show us this. So, of course, rook b8. Yeah, it's a complete waste of time. Now, rook f to e1. Okay, now, that's the move he should have done and just left the knight alone. Okay, now he's doing it better. He's doing it better. But remember, the bishop pair. And if you think Yusuf's going to leave the bishops on his home square while he's got a wide open board, nothing doing. Look at this. Check. Kapow, man. That's a left hook right there. That is fabulous. King h1. So now Yusuf has complete domination of the white squares around the king. I mean, it's close to curtains right now. You can see that, right? Very, very excellent. And now his other bishop zips all the way along and takes b2. Not only does he take possession of the weak light squares around the castle king, but he completely obliterates the queen side. The value of the bishops on an open board, man. You can dominate both sides of the board. Yeah, Yusuf's doing this fantastic. Really a fun game to look at. Rook B, and of course he's going to wipe out the queen side. Of course. And now knight a6. Cute little pin, but so what? Doesn't mean a thing to him, so he goes rook e8. Rook e8. He's going to challenge the file. Now, it's true, you know, and sometimes this is kind of hard to do too for us, you guys. I only have the one rook, and my opponent has both of his, so it's hard to eliminate the rooks. You have to weigh the pros and the cons, don't you? Yeah. Can I proceed without my rooks, with my bishop pair, and leave my opponent with a rook? Well, I mean, look at the material. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and white only has 3, so yeah, you're going to take the rook. Now, this is a 1600 player, and Yusuf is just schooling him. So, good job, Yusuf, but absolutely challenge the file here. Yusuf made the right call. In my opinion, yeah, I would challenge the file without question. Rook takes rook, king takes rook. And I don't think that a single rook could dominate a bishop pair in an open board, as a general rule. So I think Yusuf made the right call there to get rid of his rook and make sure his opponent did not have the rook pair. Besides, he's only got a knight, and it's out here in the middle of absolutely dustbin alley. That knight is worthless, right? So he's doing good. And I mean, this is all the counterplay that white has, so why not take advantage of it? And here comes the bishop. Look at that fork. Beautiful move by Yusuf, yeah. It's curtains. It's curtains. But, wait. That's a pretty good tactic there. A rook fork. So Yusuf's going to lose a piece. But, unfortunately, he's got the knight to take. The bishops are just completely dominating. So the rook does take the piece. And now Yusuf gives us this wonderful, beautiful little tactic. Pins the rook to the king. So, really, truly, this is one of the best illustrations I've seen of an open board and which minor pieces to hang on to the bishops, right? And to even be willing to go down the exchange with the rook taking your opponent's bishop, which Yusuf did, in order to eliminate the opponent bishop pair. That was great chess. And then again, further make your pieces active, which we saw Yusuf doing here with his bishops, and challenge the open file and don't let your opponent have the pair of rooks. Well done, Yusuf, no kidding. So there's your chess game. I'm sorry it took me so long. He's been asking me for a month, and he said I would like this game, and true story, Yusuf. Noori, excellent chess. You keep practicing, and I will never be able to beat you. I don't want to even play you. I'm teasing. I play everybody if I can. Which, incidentally, reminds me, you guys, there are some people that I have been declining to play at this time. Don't take it personal, really, truly. I'm trying to play a little bit less chess and study a little bit more because I'm in a slump. I can't hardly win. It's astonishing. You go up and then you go down and then you go up and then you go down, and I suspect that my down motion feels worse than it really is, but I'm kind of on the way back up. But just periodically keep challenging me. I try to play everybody that challenges me as I can. I really do. I love playing you guys. So, and come and get into our chess club. Our chess club is growing by leaps and bounds this last month, and we're having fun in the tournaments. We've got another tournament this Sunday coming up. I believe it's a 5 and 3. We do the rapid tournaments because we can't play chess all day on Sunday. And Odoker is such a good organizer. He knows that it's 7 rounds, and you know that means when there's 30 people there, you're not going to get to play everybody. It's more or less trying to pair you with people who are rated similar to you. Every now and then you'll get a super strong player. All of you guys are super strong players compared to me, but it's a lot of fun. We're having a ball. Come and join us. It's a hoot. Sunday, I'm not sure what time, but if you will click on the tournament area, it is set up so that you can see what time on Sunday you start. The time scale is from Odoker, who I believe is in Germany, but it will tell you the time you need to start, whether you're in Australia or India or South Africa or Canada or America or Hawaii or Japan or China, wherever you are playing, the clock will let you know. So, and that's very, very nice to know. It's very handy. So anyway, there is your chess video. Thanks for being such a great audience. I will hope you're being safe and be good, do well, have fun, be kind, be friendly. It is a lot more fun in life to have friends than be mean-spirited and brutal and vicious and think of only of yourself. You know, we have a community social responsibility to have too. So keep that in mind. I will see you guys in the next Backyard Professor Chess videos.